Hey everyone, welcome to Hawkstack Technology. In this video, we are going to discuss about one of the core component of Linux memory management, that what is swap. So in this video, we are going to create a swap partition and make it permanent mount, and we will make it. We'll check what are the different swap memories are available on our Linux operating system. So whether you are new to the Linux or brushing up for an interview or certification like RHCSA or LFCS, this topic is a must known. So let's try right in. So the first question is like, what is exactly the swap is? Swap basically it will say that is disk space. Like suppose consider this is your disk. We are going to use a particular disk space or the partitions for swap users. So the swap is disk based, used as virtual memory when your physical RAM is full. Suppose there is a RAM you have and your RAM is totally full. There are no other like space is available to execute some new processes. So in that scenario, what will be is going to be done. So from that particular RAM, some of the pages that is called inactive pages are moved to the swap memory. So once it will be moved to the swap memory, so you will be execute new process in the available space. But definitely there is a problem. However, disk is much slower than RAM, so performance drops when heavily rely on swap. So let's see how we can create the swap memory in our Linux operating system. So I'm going to open my dashboard here. So here we are going to first check with the lsplk command, do we have any disk available where we can create the partition? Yes, we have here with sdb. So I'm going to use parted command and going to create partition inside it because this is a brand new disk. So first we need to set the label. To set the label, I will execute set label, and ms-dos means you want that mbr partition table that we already discussed in the previous video. So here now if I will execute the print command once again, now I'm not getting that particular error that partition unknown. So now I will change the unit to MIB. Once I will change the unit to MIB, now I will create partition with mk part command. Okay, so this will be the primary partition. The use case of this is like I want to use as a Linux swap. The file system I'm going to format it with the Linux swap. Further, I will start with 2048S disk. Then suppose I want like 1 GB of swap memory, so I will execute 1025 MIB. So if I will print now, I will be able to see that 1 GB partition has been created and it is being labeled that this partition is going to be used as a swap memory. So you cannot use swap memory for your regular file save. That you cannot save the regular files here. It is only used by the RAM. This particular important point you need to remember. So next, the swap partition has been created. If I will execute lsplk command, one partition has been created, but still it will not consider as a swap partition until unless I'm not going to make the file system on. So I'm going to format it. Then with blkid command, I can confirm that this particular partition has been formatted with swap partition. Correct? If I will currently see that what is the current swap memories are available or live right now. So swap on -s, if you'll see the status here, only one partition is being used as a swap partition. If I want the newly created partition should be used as a swap memory. So For this, there is a command, but before that, I will just would like to show you that if I will execute free-m, you can see that currently there is 247 total memory used for swap. But once I will make my swap memory active with the command of swap on dev sdb1, I will enter here. Now I will execute free space -m command. Now you can see that the size has been increased. And if I will execute swap -s, there are two different partitions is being used here. As we know that when we reboot it, so your swap partition will be off. So or it will be deactivated. For this, I will execute etcfs staff. I will put an entry here for the swap memory. In my scenario, the entry is dev sdb1. I will not define any swap mount point because there is no specific mount point for it. I can specify none or swap, anything I can define. It is format with the swap partition. Then we'll execute defaults. We'll write down defaults, no backup I need, and I don't want to check the file system. Once it is done, I will save it and execute the command systemctl daemon reload. Now it's fine. When I will reboot, I will get my partition active here. Suppose you want to remove the partition, the swap partition. So the first step you have to follow is you need to edit that fstab, remove this entry from the fstab, save it, execute again the daemon reload systemctl daemon reload command. Then you will execute swap off and your partition name that you want to make it off. Further, if you will verify swap on -s, your disk has been removed from this particular status. Now we can execute parted command, and I will select the sdb. Here I want to remove the partition. Before that, I just want to print it. So this is one single partition I have right now. I want to remove it. I will execute rm1. So now if I will print, the partition has been removed. I will quit from here. Then I will execute udev command. So today we learn how to create the swap partition, make it permanent mount, and if require, how we can delete it. That's all for the day. We'll meet in the next video. Thank you.